Good Friday morning, TZs. I'm outside and I started earlier today. The sun isn't quite up, guys, and I started early because we do have a heat advisory and I cannot put the umbrella up because the wind, as you can see with the trees, the wind is blowing really hard. So I wanted to get our journaling done outside with this beautiful scenery before it got too hot. So let me take a sip of coffee and let's get started on our journal journey. Coffee in the morning, guys. Beautiful morning out here now. What a fun time to be doing this. All right. And I also have up here, we did the 9 words last week, guys, if you remember, the 9 guides. And I have them right here. If you would like a copy of the 9 guides, guys, the words that we put up, the awareness, gratitude, let me know and I will be glad to shoot you a copy of those. And this week is your inner guide, and you can read this on your own. Just ask me for a copy and I will be glad to give it to you. But I do want to read you this. Your inner guide is your most valuable resource, and it will help guide you to know exactly what is best for you. And I know some of you I have spoke to in person. You know what I mean about your inner guide. That is your spirit. And you ever get a feeling like, I shouldn't do that, I shouldn't do that, I shouldn't do that? That's your inner guide trying to steer you correctly, because we know, in our spirits, we know what time it is. And if we listen to that inner guide, we could never go wrong. Now, guys, I know I have this small journal for answering my questions, and I did answer the 3 questions. And I will have a bigger one when we get started into the workbook portion. I will get a bigger journal, but this is only for my questions for self-discovery. And the 3 we had last week were, what do you most value in life? Who do you aspire to be? And what are you most passionate about? And guys, your answers, phenomenal. And the one common in question 1, we all basically had the same thing: family. Family. We value our families, and I love seeing that because I value my family too, guys. Very much so. And I am going to read you one of mine, and then I can read some of the other journalers too. And then we are going to move on to our next 3 questions. Number 1, what do you value most in life? And I put my values in life are my family first and foremost, my children. Each day is another blessing to spend together. I value my friendships. They are a value in our lives, a value each new day. I am giving and my belief in the Lord that knows our spirits, and I will write out bullet values on the next page. And I wrote myself out some bullet values for me: life, love, family, and health and happiness. Those are my values, my bullet values. And that's how I answered mine. And so I'm going to choose a couple here to, and we all had the same thing. Now, Wendy, I love Wendy's answer. The thing I most value in life is people I am close to, family and friends. They are the most major parts of my world, and that's exactly right. Your family and friends, that was exactly what I had written also. And then she wrote, the person who I aspire to be is kind, truthful, friendly, fair, and I always hope that is what I put out there to others. Exactly right, Wendy. And I'll tell you what, guys, when you put out happiness, love, friendship, people want to come to you. And so to have that aspire to be loving and kind. Yes. Are we people? Sure, we're human. We do get angry. We make mistakes. But you can learn how to let go of that anger really, really fast. And that's what I love about doing this. And I am so happy to see quite a few of you coming along and journaling with me. And I have to watch the time, guys. So let's take another cup of coffee. And I do want to show you guys, I know you can buy these in the store, but I found these beautiful stones and I made my own. These are they call them worry stones. And I put one for prayer, so when I'm praying, I hold that one. One for love. One for worry, so if I feel a little stress, I will take my worry stone and it fits my thumb to a T. And it's so nice to hang on to something. Believe it or not, guys, they truly work. It's mind over matter. And then, of course, my faith stone. And I also like to hold this when I'm praying for others. And I love these. And I made these. I couldn't see spending that kind of money when I have beautiful stones and I can make my own. Sure. I hope you guys have your coffee today because we are going to get into 3 more questions. And after these questions are over, guys, we are going to get into the fun stuff, which this is fun too. Don't get me wrong. I love the questions. All right, our 4th question. If money or education were not an issue, what would you love to do for a living? If money or education were not an issue, what would you love to do for a living? So, this means take yourself out of your current situation. You have top education. You don't have to worry about that, and you have enough money to pay your bills. And so what would you do for a living if you had enough money to live on? Number 5, when do you feel most like yourself? And number 6, what are your top 3 strengths? So you're gonna write your top 3 strengths, guys. And I'm sure we all have many strengths, but think about your top 3. And guys, that's your 3 questions for this beautiful Friday. And like I said, guys, if you want a copy of the inner guide and the 9, I have them here. I will be glad to shoot them over to you. You might want them for your big journal book when we get into more than writing, because see, back in here we are going to have a lot to do. So these are just the first 9 questions, and that's how many words we had up on the video last week. And so I am going to finish my coffee with you guys and enjoy this beautiful day, and I will see you next Friday with the answers to these 3 questions. And if you want to join, guys, join right on. You can always catch up with your questions. And I really love the fact that these are questions for self-discovery. So hop on, and if you see it this Friday, hop on, guys. Join us in this journal journey.